Yeah, I mean, he gave us an early lead, which was great, and obviously feeling good and got some pitches to drive and put him in the seats. So awesome, good stuff.
When you see that from him now, a couple days in a row, what's it telling you?
Well, I mean, I think this was coming, and this is the nature of the game. Like we don't want slumps. We hate slumps. They're mentally kind of exhausting to go through, but they happen. And Kyle will be better moving forward because of this. But it's part of the game that happens, and you got to get through it. And that he's a great player, and he's works hard to figure it out and get back on track. And we need him to do it, and he's done so.
Cade, the first 21 pitches he threw were strikes.
Yeah, we've the whole room's talking about that. It's I don't know what to say. It's he did something the other day that was like 58 and 69 pitches or something like that, and then today I was joking with him, like the first ball he threw was after he got hit in the foot. He threw a ball in a warm up pitch. That was the first ball he threw, but. He was on the attack, and it put them very aggressive, and so he gets through 4 innings and I think 34, 35 pitches. And just, we've been obviously being careful with the pitch counts, and for him to get through 6 innings and get into the 6th inning multiple times in this stretch is just a credit to how he's throwing the baseball and what he's doing, like in the strike zone against hitters that they're having a hard time with it.
When we're talking about kind of the innings puzzle, for him to be that efficient, just how much does that help the bigger picture?
Yeah, I mean, it's been a big deal because I think you worry about that certainly, and as we've gone through this, but his efficiency and like how many outs he's getting in these outings is, I didn't expect this when we kind of decided to do this really, but he's been incredible with it, and it's helped us out a ton and helped our bullpen out a ton.
How'd it feel to finally get some early breathing room? You guys playing so many titles lately.
Yeah, I mean, we got a big hit. I mean, Reese had a huge hit, right? And we loaded. We've had a bunch of bases loaded. We got a big hit from Bushy the other night, but this was a big hit in similar mode tonight, and that's just a huge hit. We kind of put together an inning there. We had some good 2-out things happen, and we got a huge hit.
Going back to, you said it was last Sunday with Tucker, you guys kind of put everything on the table in that conversation. Is there like some risk to that of like giving him this reset that maybe, not that you would lose him, but that his frustrations would deepen, or maybe I don't know, was there risk in that? Like how do you look back on that decision now that he's maybe on the other side of this?
No, I mean, I think from my perspective, it was a mentally he needed some days. That it wasn't a physical thing, wasn't like a mechanical thing. It's just at that point mentally, as a player, you just need some days where you're watching the game and you don't have to worry about performing. And it's different than just a day off in terms of like when the whole team is off. So. I don't think there was risk there. I think it was what the person needed, and you make those decisions, and obviously we're playing a division rival. It's big games, and I think that's what kind of makes you second guess yourself from my perspective. But the player needed it, and that's what you got to go with.
10 of the 12 runs were scored with 2 outs. It's a season high. Just when you hear that as a manager, what do you just think when your offense is taking advantage of all the outs?
Yeah, I mean, sometimes the innings the game is based on that. Really, it's the 2 outs, it's the runners in scoring position, and you want them every day. Some days you don't get them. Some days you get all of them, and we got pretty much all of them tonight.
No, I had a clue, like I was in the zone a lot, but no, I didn't realize it was 21 in a row. But I think, it just goes back to slowing the game down and hitting a target, and letting the results play out.
When you know that you're on this limit, I've asked you before just how that's maybe leading to the fact that you're attacking the zone, but now that you're continuing to do that, how is that almost maybe contributing to you?
Yeah, I think, I think that's just kind of the way I pitch. It's get ahead and stay ahead. When you start falling behind in counts, that's when you get, you walk guys and then bloop single, and then all of a sudden it's a double and you've let up 2 runs or whatever. So just continuing to stay on the attack and letting the result be what it is.
After your last start, you seemed pretty sure that the blister would affect you, but what's it like to be on the other side?
Yeah, no, it healed all week, and so we're in a really good place with it, and so just continuing to stay on top of it.
Your time at Oklahoma or the minors, you have this reputation for getting information, applying it quickly, and making adjustments. What does that look like now that they're getting into kind of the most important stretch?
Yeah, I think it just goes back to my process and continuing to get better at my process and never really being satisfied. It's great. I'll be able to sleep good tonight, but tomorrow, it's back to work because I got to pitch in 5-6 days, and so just having that in the back of my head, never being satisfied, but taking the wins when I get them.
What's it been like to see Kyle break that record?
Yeah, no, it's been huge for us. It was really fun tonight watching us. Feel like we haven't had a game where we've clicked on all cylinders, but tonight we did that, and it was really special to watch. He's been putting in the work, and we knew like he's going to turn the page at some point, and it's a great time to do that.
What can you say about Reese and just when you see what he did offensively, but also it seemed like you just really liked tonight with him?
Yeah. Me and Reese, we just have a lot of chemistry. I pitched to him a lot in AAA, and so he's a great player. He really stepped up in a big spot, and just happy for him. He works really hard and is a great teammate.
Kind of on a similar note, when you're getting that kind of run support from your offense, just how much easier does that make your life as a pitcher? Yeah,
it allows me to pitch more freely and not be afraid of making a mistake. One run when you're up 6 runs, 1 run's not going to beat you, and so just continuing to attack.
Okay, I can remember the look you had on your face back in Houston when you talked about getting your ass kicked.
Yep.
Was there like a huge mentality shift from then to now?
Yeah, I think I learned a lot from that outing. I felt like I didn't have a lot of conviction in my outing then. Got through the break and just really started to trust my stuff and attack. Not be afraid of the results. The results at the end of the day will be what they are, but just staying in the process and continuing to get better no matter what happens every week.
Along those lines, you saw the frustration even just last time when you couldn't complete your outing because of the blister. How much did almost that contribute, just being able to be out there healthy and go out there?
Yeah, for sure. It's almost like, every time I go out there to pitch, it's like I want to prove it to myself that I can do it. And so, just having that mentality of just going out there and competing and putting my team in a position to win is the big thing.
You guys were watching it fly out?
Yeah, get up, ball, get up.
What do you feel like off the bat?
Solid contact, felt good. Hit that first one down the line and was thinking that might have been 3 RBIs there. So, but it was good to stay in that at bat and put a good swing there.
First career Grand Slam. What does that say and just mean to you right now?
Yeah, it means the world to be able to do that up here at the highest level, and amazing players getting on base in front of me there. And I was joking with Dansby, telling him thanks for leaning into that pitch and getting yourself on base for me. But it was a good moment.
You've got Cade a bunch this year. Just what have you seen as he's even continued to refine his craft?
Yeah, just he's throwing so many strikes. It felt like we were strike one on almost every hitter there for the first 3-4 innings. And then, after strike one, it was either a ball in play or strike two. And then, the innings were real quick, good defense behind him. Threw up 7 strikeouts, I think, in 6 innings. So he was throwing a lot of strikes tonight.
You had 21 straight strikes to start the game. Were you just in pitch calm? Was it just like strike? We
must have been. Yeah, we were dialed in. We were locked in. But yeah, that's all Cade right there, just doing what he does, and we got all the confidence in the world when he takes the ball for us.
The familiarity you have from AAA with him and just catching him in the past, how does that contribute throughout a game?
Yeah, it does definitely. Haven't seen him early this season, but also just it means a lot to be able to take the ball together at that level and then up here, and just know that nothing changes and we're just out there competing and his best stuff against any lineup, and it's his strengths, not overcomplicating it, and he's getting the job done for us.
Last time you had 5 RBI in the game was also here at Angel Stadium. There's something about this ballpark that you just do really well at.
It must be the West Coast air or something, yeah. I remembered having a good series here last time, and for sure, as a baseball player, I think when you feel good in a ballpark, you can add some confidence to a series.
One more on Cade. What does it tell you, like a rookie pitcher who doesn't have a ton of professional innings, keeps getting better as the season gets deeper?
Yeah, I think it's not surprising to any of us, with how hard he works and how talented he is. I've seen it since spring training this season. Earlier in spring, I was like, man, this kid's special, and he's gonna be great for a long time, I believe. And it's fun to be able to take the ball and compete with him.
It feels good. I'm just trying to continue it tomorrow too. So, squared up some balls pretty well today, and one yesterday. So I'm just trying to continue that and move it on to tomorrow.
You always have that, everyone says one day at a time, but has that always come naturally to you, that commitment to that?
I try to. I don't know how tomorrow's going to go. You try and do your best, at it, but at the same time, guys on the other team get paid pretty well to, do their job as well. So, we just try and take stuff pitch by pitch, at bat, and game by game. So, it was a good win overall tonight. I think everyone played really well, and we're just going to try and do that again tomorrow.
Your career, you hit really well here. Is there something just about the stadium or this location? Or I don't even know if you're aware of that. So, if there's something to it.
I don't know. I just, try and have good at-bats regardless of where I'm playing or who I'm playing. I just try and go up there and do my job and try and do well. And, I think I did a good job at that today, and I think overall everyone kind of did for us.
When you have a couple of home runs in the double, is there a swing, even though the result might be a long ball in 2 cases, do you like the double swing? Is there something to the process in these 3 at-bats that sticks out to you that despite the result?
My first at-bat I was just kind of late, and then I kind of figured if I could just get that timing and just be a little bit early and start everything a little bit early, I'll be fine. I tried to do that in my next couple of bats, and it worked out well. So, the swing felt fine. It was more just trying to get down there a little bit earlier, and I kind of made that correction next at bat, and it felt good. So I just tried to continue that through the rest of them.
What's it been like playing behind Cade since he's been on this role, really since after Houston?
It's been great. He's done a phenomenal job since he's been up here, and he's did a great job tonight as well. So, he's a great pitcher. He has a lot of really good pitches, throws really hard, and locates some, throws a lot of strikes. So, he just does what he does up there and tries to let us play defense behind him, and he's done a really good job so far.
Not good at this focusing on each at bat, but as a team, can you explain is there that contagious aspect?
Yeah. I think everyone just kind of pays attention to everyone's at bats. At least from a lefty standpoint, I could watch Pete's at bats, Bushy's at bats, Reese's at bats today, and kind of at least have an idea of how he's attacking lefties in a sense. I know everyone's kind of a little different, just how they attack each individual player, but you just try and pay attention to the other at bats throughout the game on our side, and I think everyone's pretty open with communication and tries to let everyone know kind of what it looks like or what to look for or something. So I think we do a really good job of the communication part to keep everyone locked in. Everyone is just trying to pay attention and help us score some runs.
Kind of on a similar note, just how good did it feel to see the whole offense click tonight?
It was awesome. I mean, that's what this team can do on a daily basis. I know we haven't done a great job at that consistently, at least in the second half. I mean, the first half was more like that, but it was a great job tonight, just all around, and hopefully we can continue that and momentum and go into tomorrow and then the next series.